Do you sometimes wonder why life seems so difficult? I mean, for all of us? Yes, I know. Some have it easier than others. But is anyone really happy? I mean, each day we go through the motions of trying to keep a roof over our heads, but it's a struggle. If you're lucky enough to have a family of your own, what are the chances you'll be able to keep it? You know, divorce, death, but why is it this way? What, is it because we were born with original sin or undeserving or something? I don't think that's the reason. However, I do think I have an answer for you. It's a new twist on an old story, but it makes sense. In fact, the story I'm about to tell you may conceivably be true. Don't ask me why I think this, just listen. In my mind, it's a very logical explanation. Does it have to do with the history of mankind, like what's been told in the Bible? Or does it have something to do with a futuristic world we may actually come from? Are we now living in the past because of how we handled the future? When you read, from beginning to end, the story of the SnapDragon Code, a novel now offered on Amazon.com, link listed below, you will come to understand why things are the way they are here on Earth. You will learn a little physics about the deterministic forces in your life that cleverly mimic what you perceive as simple cause and effect. What we don't realize is that there's also a beautifully hidden test of your character following each event. That's when your actual free will comes into play. As a woman of the apocalypse, I am here to lift the veil on this life and our purpose on this earth. Although the book I've written is a work of fiction, I believe the novel closely parodies our society today. In this story, the elites running this world and headed by Stan Rothman eventually come to suspect that there may be other influences at play that they have no power over. This fear leads the main character on a journey to find out the truth about whether he was given the correct code to control this world. Stan Rothman, the head of the Illuminati, and his band of criminal associates come from a future world where all things are possible, including the creation of multiple universes. They believe this place is just such a holographic reality. Their concern is that someday their secret will be revealed. This novel takes you inside their jet-setting lives, where Stan Lufer Rothman reconnects with Evie, a love from his past life, who helps him face some of the hard lessons of life. When Stan Rothman begins to question the actual code he was given to start this world, he visits a hypnotist to help him remember the details of his transition here. After Stan and Evie's dream wedding at his chateau in France, scenes for this novel move to his penthouse in New York City and a mansion on Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire. From then on, it would appear they happily begin their lavish lives together until things begin to unravel. Evie's nephew, a child prodigy who lives with Evie's family, develops a close friendship with Stan and begins to point out the flaws in Stan's model of how this reality functions. That's when Stan embarks in earnest to find out why certain physical laws were not behaving the way they should. How he finds out the truth, after bringing in scientists who were working on his same problem, ends in a surprising twist to the story. One that takes Stan and Evie from this dimension into another, shall we say more heavenly one. What Stan ultimately discovers about his true purpose here on this planet is what we will all learn after our death. What he has shown is the reason why we are all here and what the future holds for all of us. This book will open your eyes to your future and your past that you cannot even imagine. Perhaps to a future that has already come and gone, and to a time and place that stretches into infinity. It seems the prophecy of the dragon, the child, and the woman of the apocalypse is truly reflected in this story of intrigue, discovery, and boundless happiness.